This last election showed us that parents want to have more control about what is happening in their schools. We all watched that election, and we all know why the governor is sitting in that mansion right now. It had everything to do with parental control and parents having a say what happens to their children in our schools. Now, Senator DeSteph went to great lengths to provide exhibits that, in my view, are absolutely disgusting. And I would hate for my middle schooler to have access to that material without my permission. The other thing is, there's no guarantee that that child is going to bring the book home. He may just read it at school, or she may just read it at school, and the parent would have no earthly idea what that child is being exposed to.
I'm not trying to ban a book. I'm not trying to have it pulled out of a library. I'm not trying to burn a book. I'm trying to say that if it's sexually explicit material, I want the parent to say it's okay for a 10, 11, 12, up to a 17-year-old to see that information. That's all I'm saying. I want the parents to have that choice, because I don't think it's age appropriate for a middle schooler to see these pictures. I truly don't. And frankly, if I can't copy it at Kinko's or Office Max, I don't think a middle schooler should be looking at it.
Senator Peterson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I'll just comment. I've read the bill. I've read the materials. You know, just 10 minutes ago I was lecturing. I don't think we should be involved in ref and high school sports. And I also don't think we should be involved in micromanaging school libraries. I think we do have guidance in the code already. And the problem is and I respect that the senator has narrowed this significantly, and it's not banning anything. He's correct. But the problem is that you're going to sweep up books that you don't intend to sweep up. And one of my favorite books of all time is a book called The Kite Runner, about a child growing up in Afghanistan. And that had an example of anal intercourse in it that was used to punish a young boy. And that was part of the narrative. And I'm not saying that to shock anybody or to get it pulled off a shelf. It's a wonderful book. It was a wonderful movie.
Okay.
I just think that, you know, when we try and set these parameters, just like in Senator Evans' bill, we try and set the parameters of how you play football, you know, we're getting outside of our lane. And so I will not be supporting the bill, although, again, I respect your effort.
Madam Chair, if I may, Senator Peterson.
Senator DeSteph, you going to wrap it up?
I don't have any issues with you or anybody else reading the book. I do have issues with my child reading that book when they're 10, 11, or 12. And frankly, I want to be able to say, yes, it's okay for my child to do so, or no, it's not okay for my child to do so. I want to have that parental choice at that specific time. There are some parents that would say, hey, it's age appropriate for a 10, 11, 12-year-old. There's others like me that said, hey, you know what? I'd rather my kids be in high school when they start reading something like that. And again, that's parental choice. I just don't want to desensitize and hypersexualize our children with some of this material, not saying the one you're talking about does that at all. I'm familiar with the book you're referring to. I just don't think I would let my 10, 11, 12-year-old read that. My 17, 18-year-old, let him read it in a minute, because it truly talks about a world situation and what's happening over there in Afghanistan. I truly understand that. But I'm saying, and Senator Peterson, just like with your child, at 10, 11, and 12, I'm not sure you'd probably let your child read that. Above that age, you probably would, and that's okay. But again, you as that parent should be the one making that choice, not just saying unilaterally, anyone can check it out, anyone can read it.
So you think that if we pass this, the 15, 16, 17-year-olds, 14-year-olds have no way of finding this stuff anyway? It's just absurd. It's going to happen. I mean, I could understand it if this was confined to elementary school or 7th grade, but to say that you're going to prevent this or prevent kids from seeing or learning about this, you know, when they're juniors and seniors and sophomores and freshmen in high school, is just patently absurd, particularly in today's world.
Okay, Madam Chair,
if I may respond quickly to Senator Saslaw.
Very quickly.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senator Saslaw, these books are actually in our middle schools, which is 10, 11, and 12-year-olds. What I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to ban content. I'm not trying to burn books. I'm trying to make it age appropriate before we provide pornographic material to our children. And I, as a parent, want to say, yes, it's okay, or no, it's not. That's all I'm trying to do here. I believe it's very clear, and I believe as a parent, I should be able to have that option. And that's all I'm trying to do here is say, yes, it's okay for my 10, 11, 12-year-old to see this material. I'm not saying there's no educational value forever in it. I believe that at some age appropriate time that is appropriate. High school, and maybe a junior or senior. College, yes, that's where they're exploring life and trying to understand the world. Absolutely. But I don't believe a 10, 11, and 12-year-old that we're trying to protect their innocence should be desensitized in this manner and should have access to this material. I truly don't believe that. And I truly believe that everybody up on that dais has to believe the same thing. A 10 and 11, 12-year-old, there's no reason for that child to see this kind of information, this kind of material.